ride on horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it is to ride on horse open sleigh. Oh, go away, jingle. What go away, jingle. Oh, go away, jingle. What.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 70 of Those Two Nerds podcast.
Those two nerds, yay!
Holy Snowstorm Batman. I hope everybody's day is going well. Hang on, I'm changing the current color of lights.
Look,
what do you think, Kev?
We shop at the same store, it looks like.
We do.
I think we're gonna go chop down trees or something later.
What color are you thinking? Green? Red?
You gotta go some green or red, I think. It's Christmas time, right? I mean, I got the snowflakes going, so you gotta have the Christmas colors, I think.
There we go. My like whole like after changing those colors, I don't know what's going on with my cam right now. Like I just went like super red. I didn't even touch anything, guys. I promise. Like for the first time ever, I wasn't.
Everything's like screwed up right now, but it's fine. It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's totally gonna be fine.
We learned to work through this as a group. All right, which way? I need to go closer to the wall. That way, I'm more in the center.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that I'm talking on the microphone here. All right, there we go. Because you can hear me, but it's more important that they hear me. So,
like I said, I've told you this many times. It's all about. There we go. Hang on, I'm gonna adjust this real quick. But it's episode 70. 70 weeks, 70 episodes.
70 episodes, 65 amazing episodes, and like maybe 5 that were just meh.
I mean, how do you feel about it?
I feel good. I feel really good about it. Like we've gone through so much change since we started the show, like personal change and even professional change. So it's been, I mean, I feel good. I feel good that we still get out here. We do it every week. We've missed 1 week combined where we both weren't on the air. And fortunately, it wasn't even for like an emergency or something. It was just, we forgot.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because you think after, doing the show for as long as we've done it.
Because it was 60 some weeks at that point, and like we forgot. And that's because we had just so much stuff going on and with our own lives, like we just forgot.
Yeah, I'll have to mess with the camera. I don't know what happened.
No, you made everything. You look you look green now.
I look green?
Mm-hmm. Kind of green, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
All about changing the lights.
Man, he's been clowning me for so long. He's like, your camera looks so doo-doo, and now my camera looks really good, and his looks like doo-doo. Like the doo-doo.
I don't know what happened. I was just sitting here, and it was working so pretty.
Well, it looks like the light is actually picking up on your camera. Like when it changes color, it's like it's affecting the camera.
Oh, I may have the one on still, the autofocus.
Yeah, turn that shit off. You don't want that.
Man, guys, we try to we were so excited because we were on time.
On time. We were
yep. You were doing so well.
We were doing good. We had some Christmas tunes playing in the background, and we had our lumberjack shirts on.
All right, how do I look now?
You look blue. You look like you belong in the Blue Man Group.
Fuck. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, guys. Like I said,
I don't know what you did.
I just work here. I swear.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll never understand this shit. Like,
oh my god, now you looked super zoomed in. What did you do?
I know. I hit the zoom button. Is it exposure?
Guy. Yeah, turn your exposure off.
Oh my god.
And then turn your gain up.
There we go.
Yeah, turn your exposure off, turn your autofocus off, and then turn your gain up a little bit. There you go. Turn it up higher. Better. Turn your saturation up just a smidge, and you should be good. 1,000 times better.
Sup, ladies?
I mean, you still look like Casper the Ghost, but that's part of your white balance. I know, but that's part of your white balance too. So
I am Casper the fucking Ghost.
That's all right.
Anybody that knows who I am, there we go. Ooh. Man, I can mess with settings all day long.
It's one of those things like we get on and we play with it sometimes, and then like you think it looks good, and then you actually see it, and you're like, "Nah, it looks terrible. I got to change that
All
shit."
right. But there we go. We're
That-
back.
no,
We're
that's
ready.
that's 1,000 times better. It looks good.
We'll make it look. We'll make it work. You know,
It'll be
that's what-
fine.
that-
It'll be fine.
That's just what we do. Honestly, well, it's the monitors that I use. So
Every
like I said,
monitor looks a little different. Yep.
Yep. So who fucking knows? I may look handsome on one screen, the other one.
Yeah, like on the one screen over here, I look fine. On the other screen, it looks like I've been drinking.
Have you been drinking?
Just Mountain Dew today. Hey, what's going on, person? Thanks for stopping in, my man. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the views and all the things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I mean, we like I said, right now we know like with the holidays coming up, like it's tough. It's tough for a lot of people to make it. I mean, people are out shopping. I mean, a little bit out shopping. I know people are online shopping a lot this year. You know, anybody that comes out and checks us out, and for I would say an overall between both of us, not really streaming at all. This is the stream that we do once a week.
Mhm.
And that's about the only content we're producing as a duo / even solo adventures.
yeah, we're
happy.
more ashamed of us than you guys are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have the community that we do. I mean, I know a lot of it's friends and family.
And you know, we get it. Like we have like the fans that come. I'd say 75% of the time,
Yeah.
and we appreciate them. Hey,
What's up,
Kaylee, what's
Kaylee?
going on?
Yeah, no, I mean, what it comes down to, like I said, with the community and stuff, it's one thing that like the chances of somebody blowing up off of one day of week of work is not very possible.
Yeah, but we're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna keep
Uh,
doing this until we become president of the United States.
I think even then we should have one.
Yeah, I think
Like-
we should still do it. Like instead of doing the press conference every week, we're just gonna get on. We're gonna do the podcast. We're gonna talk about what like the shit is in the White House. Like, so those guys over in Iran today were being dicks. Just thought you guys should know.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think with a lot of things.
No
you
offense to
can-
people in Iran that we were just we could have picked any Australia. We'll go with those guys in Australia were being dicks today.
Dude,
I'm not
just
trying to
about
be
everything in
racist.
just about everything in Australia will kill you.
Yeah,
there's not-
everything.
there's not, like a
Everything there is
caterpillar
designed to kill you. So
Makes
even
you stronger.
kangaroos. Yeah, even
Yeah.
kangaroos are designed to kill you there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it comes down to a lot of things with the community as a whole. It's nice to sit down and like kind of reminisce about doing this for 70 weeks. And I think it's a big accomplishment. I mean, for a lot of people to show up, even if you are friends and family, for you to show up and watch. It's not like you just turn it on and you
You're like,
Um,
hey, you guys are dumb, and then you go to Facebook or you go to
well, you go do something else.
something
You
else,
just go
yeah.
leave it open and you go. But no, like you guys are actively talking with us, so we appreciate that. The best days of streaming the podcast have been the days where we get the most chat
Oh, sure. We have a
by
ton of
far.
fun. Yeah.
by far. So, but what's new with you? I know we always kind of do this. What's new for the week? You know, what'd you get done this week? You know, plans.
I have
everything. We'll knock
I have
it
s-
out.
I have some sanding and some painting to do in the dungeon, which I'm not good at either of those things, so that will get done when I have somebody to come and help me with that. That will either be you or your dad. But other than that, if you look behind me, the dungeon is pretty much done. The new and
Looks
improved
good.
dungeon. So
looks good.
Yeah, that's been
The
the major project over the last couple of weeks.
The camera's looking fire, by the way, brother.
It looks really good now. It's like the first time ever. I only had to
Yeah.
spend a lot of money and get a really expensive professional light, and now it looks great.
Yeah, no, well, because I know we've been talking a lot about, you know, upgrading cameras and stuff like that. And that's the next probably big purchase, but that purchase will probably be more set to when we're back in an actual studio.
When we get back
which-
into the actual studio, this thing is not overly complicated to set up. You plug it into the
Oh, yeah.
wall, and you download
Yeah.
an app to your phone. So
Yeah.
honestly, I'll probably just bring it with me.
Well, yeah,
until,
I mean-
until you figure out what you want to do with your lights, because I feel like this will make a huge difference just in our overall quality.
you get a wife, she drinks your Mountain Dew and eats your kettle corn, but she gives you some kisses, so it's worth. I mean, hey,
Like Hershey Kisses?
like I'll put it to you this way: one, you have a woman that likes you.
Yeah, seriously, we know you.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it comes down to like I said, you can't get mad at the person. I mean, it's just like with Maggie. She's always like, oh, I hate soda. I don't like soda. I only drink water. Well, now like the other day, like I saw her just like cracking open a can of Mountain Dew, like a whole can by herself. Like I was like, I finally have done it, boys.
It's
We've
one of
made
those
it
things
happen.
like the first time it touches your lips, it's like the first time that a person who's probably going to be an alcoholic takes a beer. You know, like they're just like, oh god, this is so good.
Yeah, an alcoholic after rehab.
Yeah.
Like,
So, and
yeah.
it's not
But
good for you. Like we know that the soda is not good for us, but you know what? It's so
yeah,
tasty, so tasty. So yeah,
yeah.
other than the dungeon project, I hung up some more art in the house.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get the guest bedroom set up tonight, and well, at least have a bed in there. That would be pretty nice. Because I actually have a guest coming to spend. Because doesn't want to drive home. It's a little bit further. It's dark out that way. So, um, and you know what? Arnold Palmer's good. I mean,
Uh,
it's
I,
still got sugar in it, but you know what? Arnold Palmer's tasty.
oh yeah. I mean, like I said, everything within moderation can be okay for you. I mean, do I
Except for
recommend
crack.
that?
No,
Yeah.
no crack, kids.
um, but
Heroin
I
is
know people.
also off limits.
I know people that sit around and drink a 12 pack of Mountain Dew a day.
Yeah, and they have
There's actually
diabetes.
well, there's one guy I work with. Like he has like a special disease. He has to like reach so many calories, but he drinks 13 Dr. Peppers a day.
Okay, first
Like,
of all, that can't be good for his teeth. That cannot be good for his
well,
kidneys.
well,
And
it's because he has
I've
to have a
never heard of
certain.
that.
It's because he has to have a certain number of calories intake for the day.
What does he have, a
Like
fucking tapeworm?
this this dude weighs maybe 125 pounds, soaking wet.
Wow.
Like this dude eats all the time. Like people like talk about how much he eats, and
Well,
it just does not
I've heard
matter.
about people that have a hard time consuming calories like that. So somebody that I heard, they used to eat a lot and drink a lot of milkshakes
Mhm.
because it's like a lot. It's a lot of not only just sugar calories, but it's milk calories too. So like when you drink a milkshake, it's like a lot of calories when you get
Yeah,
one of those. So
especially if you go to Culver's. Jesus,
well, that's not even ice cream. It's like it's that
custard,
custard, and it's very
so bad,
tasty.
so bad but so
So
good.
so you got some stuff done this week. You got some painting done in the house, and
Yeah, so finished up second coat.
tell us what's
Gonna
been going on, Bob Vila. Sorry, I'm gonna make some jokes about your shirt for the rest of the day because we have the same
Thanks.
shirt.
I appreciate it. I have PJs that are the same kind.
That's
So,
awesome.
but no. So gonna be finishing up. Hopefully, the first coat tonight in the living room. Try to get that done. It shouldn't be that bad because it's a lot of rolling. And anybody that does painting, rolling's one of the fastest things when you don't have to trim a lot. Like you
Hmm.
can knock out a room in like an hour. So gonna work on that, get that done. Taking off this upcoming Monday or Tuesday, depending on whatever my boss approves. Just cause I have to use the day.
Just cause,
I
huh?
have to I have to use the day, and it's a floating holiday, so it's only 8 hours. It's not. I already cashed in my PTO for the year, so because I was like, you're gonna give me a check. Yeah, I think I'll take the check, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I like checks. I won't complain about getting a check. So yeah, why don't you give me one of
Yeah.
those?
So other than that, we got a little bit of streaming coming up. I know, with problems with the D&D campaign, like we've had scheduling errors and stuff like that. And unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to lose one of our players due to scheduling, which is Noah,
Is he
because
out?
there's just no day he can do it. So
Hmm.
he's raiding Tuesday and Wednesday with
Well,
me.
it's nice to know that he's committed.
Well, it's 2 days. He only gets 2 days off a week, unfortunately. And just the times that he works just doesn't allow him to play. So he's probably out for sure. Like there's no way he can play.
Nah, he's just a
Um,
quitter. It's fine.
yeah, I know. But so streaming this week, we got stream tomorrow, 7:30 to 11 D&D. Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 to 11, it's going to be WoW raiding content. So if you're into World of Warcraft and want to see some raiding content, we're clearing the new raid that comes out Tuesday. We're going to do normal on Tuesday, heroic on Wednesday. Hopefully knock both of those out. Friday, 7:30 to 12 at night will be Fortnite. Saturday morning, starting at 10 to 3, Fortnite again. Then a break, hang out with a lady friend until she goes to work. 7:30 to 12 again, Fortnite again. And then Sunday, 9:30 to 3, Fortnite. And podcast, break, Fortnite again.
So for anyone that wasn't keeping score of that, that means he has about 1.5 days where he is not on the internet.
Yeah. And the only reason being, like I said, I normally don't stream this much. It's just Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be sitting at my computer for 3 hours. I'm going to stream the content. It's more for YouTube content. Like my guild wants to kind of record that stuff and post it out there. That way, when we get new recruits in, they know the fights, they know kind of how we run it and stuff like that. So that's what it's really for. It's not for anything crazy.
Well, the awesome thing is now, like I said, I just been saying that when the dungeon gets set back up, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
So the dungeon is as done as I'm going to deal with it right now, and I'll be back. I'm probably starting as soon as tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure exactly what I'm playing yet, but I'll be back. I'm coming back.
Well, I think I'm going to stick to a week-by-week basis on when I stream. The goal is to knock out 3 streams minimum a week. Only being just because it's hard because many of you guys probably know that watch the channel. My girlfriend's a nurse. She works the nighttime, so there's a lot of nights where Aaron is sad and lonely. So he copes with it by playing video games. I know, tough life. So I'm going to basically, those 3 nights are going to be set in stone. That's when I'm streaming. The extra content will come Tuesday and Wednesday. And sometimes Tuesday and Wednesday and the D&D stream may be the only content that gets produced if the days follow that. Because I'm going to try to spend the other days hanging out with her. And obviously I work. So, bear in mind that. That's the biggest thing I can say. Because I think the week-by-week basis will work better than just sitting down saying, hey, I'm streaming 6 days a week every week, and then wonder why my girlfriend left me. He's laughing because he knows it's true.
That's if that's the reason that it happens, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really feel any remorse or pity for you, like even a little bit. And you're my homeboy, right? Like I care about you. But if that's the reason, that's your fault.
The only time I think it is fucked up, in my opinion, is if like that's your job. My state of income is streaming Twitch or something like that. You know
Whoa,
what I mean?
that's okay. At that point, it's way different. You're also then you're not working a full-time job and then coming home and streaming 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
that's way different.
Yeah, no, but that's like I said. I'm putting myself on a 6-month plan. I know we've talked about this. I know we've talked about it in private. The 6-month plan of I have 6 months to see growth in my channel. And I'm not talking like, oh my God, when I started streaming 6 months ago, I had 1 viewer. Now I got 2.
And it was my mom. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, no. Like I want it to be, I don't know. What would you say if you streamed 3 days a week? Okay, 3 days a week, say for 4 hours a stream. 4 hours. So under 16 hours a week. Total streaming time in a week. What would you want your average viewers to be? And I'm talking you're keeping up with social media, like you're posting on Instagram, you're posting on Twitter, whatever.
You see that, I mean, that is the great equation, right? That's the great algorithm is you have to keep doing all of them.
For 6 months. Like if you were already guaranteed, like you didn't have to worry about it. Where would you want to see your average viewership? Because you're starting at 0. Let's be honest. We're all starting at like 1 or 2. Obviously, the occasional friends we have. Where would you want to see yourself in 6 months, average viewer wise?
Thanks for the follow, Gidget. Gidget popped up with the follow.
Nice.
Welcome. We are those two nerds. Thank you. We appreciate you giving us the follow. I'm not sure exactly which channel that was. Looks like it was Facebook. So that's on my channel. So I am Nictus. I play games, and this is not Nictus Plays Games. And then Aiding Friendly, you got the follow on you.
Thank you, Aiden Friendly. Oh man, welcome to the coach army. The coach definitely gonna put you in, brother. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for the follow, man. I am so flawless with that. Like I cannot mess that up. Ever.
Yeah, you got a pretty good catchphrase. Mine's like, hey, I do stuff. Thanks for watching.
Nick just plays games, but I haven't played games in a minute.
I don't play games. All right. So I got my PS5 last week.
You didn't even answer my question. So
I'm gonna get back to that because you were making fun of me about playing games. So I got my PS5 last week. I've turned it on 3 times. I played Dark Souls the first night, or Demon Souls the first night I got it for probably like 2 hours, which is awesome, by the way. And then the other 2 times I turned it on was to see how well the remote play worked on my computer and how well it worked on my PS4 in my bedroom. By the way, it works beautiful. Like there's no lag, and it gives. I feel like it gives you the ability to play your new system from other places. So, like me personally, I had 2 PS4s, one for streaming and one for just playing games when I didn't want to stream. And now I don't feel like I have to have that. I actually streamed like a test stream from the remote play from my PC to the PS5, and it looked good. Like it looked good enough to watch. It was fine. Anyway, so back to the question: what would I want my growth to be? I feel like if you can average even 2 or 3 new followers per stream.
I'm talking viewer wise.
So no, that's what I'm saying. If you get 2 or if you get an average of even 2 to 5, I think per week, that's pretty good growth. I mean, how much do you want? Because if they're no, just per week. After 6 months, I mean, that'd be quite a bit of viewers after 6 months.
So hang on. So we're saying 2 to 5 on average for 6 months straight.
Yeah.
So every week,
that's 26. That's 26 weeks, man.
26 weeks. So 52 average viewers in 6 months.
Yeah.
At the minimum amount.
You ain't never had 52 people watch you do anything.
I'm just saying, like,
you didn't have 52 people watch you walk across the stage at graduation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
And that's a shining moment in your life. So yeah, I think 52. I feel like that'd be good. That's viewers watching, though, like an average.
So I will put it this way, because many of you guys may know, or if you guys don't, Twitch. So partnership with Twitch. So after you hit the affiliate status,
which by the way, you can now buy. You can now buy the affiliate status.
Who cares?
I don't care. I mean, I earned it, and it was hard, but I did it.
My thing is with buying the affiliate status, and we'll jump into this in just a second, because I don't think anything's wrong with it.
Neither do I. There was just a lot of buzz on the internet. Everybody's like, "Oh, I worked really hard for." I did too, but I'm not upset by it.
So, with the whole growth, so with Twitch partnership, it requires a few things. It requires you to stream like 14 days out of 30 or something like that, 25. What is it? You have to average 75 viewers a stream. 75 over the course of like 12 to 13 streams.
That's to make partner, though.
That's to just apply for the partnership.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean you're going to get partnership.
But you know what? You probably will, as long as you are abiding by the regulations of the Twitch thing. You're not doing anything inappropriate or playing copyrighted music or
view botting and stuff like that.
Exactly. Like if you're doing it legit, you're going to get in. So
with that, like I said, I think that's a good goal. 52 people, because that's an average a month of like 10 viewer growth.
Yeah.
Just a little shy.
That's viewer, not follower. Like I have followers and no one watches me.
Oh well, here's the thing.
You've got over 1,000 followers, but you don't have that many people watching you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, when I started streaming Fortnite, I mean, kind of going back down memory lane, I basically did hardcore 3 months, posting on Twitter, doing YouTube videos once a week, Instagram, everything, like the whole 9 yards, and I did it, and I was averaging about 25 to 30 people a stream in 3 months. Now I was going hard, mind you. But I'll put it
Well,
this way.
I'll just let you know that we've got 10 right now.
Yeah. Well, here, you got to kind of go a cappella here for a second because I got to use the restroom.
Are you serious?
Dude, it's the green Gatorade, man. It's the green Gatorade.
All right, well, I'm gonna fly solo for a little while, like
Fly
I've
solo.
done,
You got it, boss, man.
like I have done before. So let's get caught up with chat here. I had 150 people watch me do something. Boom, got you both. Also, so did Aaron. So Kev, this is awkward. I feel like a lot of people tuned out though when he was talking. I mean, I did. I wasn't really listening. I mean, I had to listen to him every week, like several times a week. So like I can only listen to him so many times before I'm pretty much done listening to that guy. So yeah. Cold War, I play. I just haven't had time. I told you I've turned on my Xbox less times than my PlayStation. I've been trying to get stuff done around the house. So as you can see, the dungeon is beautiful now. And I'm hoping to actually have some time to play games tonight, but it just seems like every time I sit down to do it, it's 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night, and I'm like, man, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed.
All right, we're back. We're back. You know, I beat the. I don't know about you guys out there, guys. I don't know what you were talking about, but this is kind of important. And this is like a guy question. When you pee, do you flush and then try to beat it? Try to beat it before the new water comes.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so when you're peeing, say as a guy, you got to pee. Okay,
Yeah.
you start
I mean,
peeing.
I have peed many times in my years on the planet.
You start peeing, and you flush right when you start peeing, and it's basically like a race to the clock before the new water gets there. You have to flush again.
No,
like a
okay.
game.
First of all, I feel like if you don't make it, then you got to flush again, so you just wasted water.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like a game. You don't do that? You've never done that?
Okay,
one time?
so coming next week on the stream is gonna be Nictus races the toilet water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stream that because it's a game, right? And Nictus plays games. So
Could you-
you guys tune in next week when I start the stream. It'll be really short streams unless I drink a lot of beer.
You know what-
Because then
you
once
know
you
what's
break
actually-
that seal, it's on.
You know, it's actually kind of funny because you said like short streams, like when you pee, it's a stream. Funny. Okay. Yes, I do have a girlfriend. She loves me. She loves me a
She
lot.
actually just asked. She said there's something wrong with him. So
Yeah. I mean, here's my thing. It's fun. It's a fun time. Like I said, it's like you can actually feel your bladder getting pressure on it when you're squeezing as fast as you can because you know you're starting to lose the water. It's starting to. Oh, the new water's about to come back up.
I don't need any more pressure doing things in my life. I don't need my bathroom trips to be filled with pressure and anxiety too. Okay, I have enough anxiety and stress in my life. I'm a very anxious person. Can we get a tour of this dungeon you speak of? If my webcam wasn't,
you need to do a video like on your phone.
yeah, I think I will. I think I'm gonna post one on social media. Show that. Well, I might wait till I get the painting done because that might look pretty shitty with those drywall spots in there. But I did show you. I did show you what I did with my my Christmas lights.
I did. That was actually really sweet.
I'm actually gonna FaceTime all my relatives later today, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you guys go see what I did with my Christmas lights in the house." I don't have a lot. It's not like I went Clark W. Griswold in the house and it's blinding. It's really cool what I did with it, like the way that I set it up.
You want to know why I know we're the same person?
What's that?
Because when I did my Jarvis thing in my room, I FaceTimed everybody.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you should do.
I feel like, yeah, it's well, I remember it's been a little over a year now since we did the first commercials for those two nerds.
Mhm.
And we had a really good time filming that, so I think we need to get back into doing content like that. They popped up on my timeline. I don't remember what day it was, and I was like,
Got
I
you in your
remember
feelings.
was it at Christmas or was it at Thanksgiving when we showed the
Christmas.
family? I think it was Thanksgiving. If it just popped up on my timeline.
No, it's Christmas. It was Christmas.
So we actually showed the family our commercials. We made everybody go into the living room, like, hey, we're gonna stream this into the thing, and you guys had to watch these commercials. And I don't think that other people thought that they were as great as we thought they were, but we still love you and thank you for watching our dumb stuff. It kind
Yeah,
of feels like
hopefully-
when you're like the little kid in the family and you're going in like you worked really hard on this thing or you practice this song in your room or whatever. And you're gonna go ahead and sing it in front of everybody, and everybody's like, "Man, you fucking suck at singing," but yay, way to go, Johnny! You're so good. It
Here's
kind
your
of felt like that.
participation trophy.
Let's
Yeah,
see. Want
how
to
do you
know
feel
how
about that, by the way?
dedicated Nictus is to playing games? He once waited in traffic for 4 hours to play Magic. That just happened, actually.
Yeah,
4
I would.
hours.
I would have turned around.
Nowhere to turn around. I got to a point of no return, to where there was nowhere to go. So, yeah, that's how dedicated I am into playing games. I'm that type of gamer. By the
He's
way, I
so
don't.
dedicated.
I think I only won one game of Magic that night.
You got stomped?
Yeah, I wouldn't say stomp, but I didn't win any. Commander is not a great 2-player format. You need like 3 to 4 people to play Commander and have good games. You know that's true.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
For
you
sure.
can play and have fun, but it's really a 3 to 4 player format.
Oh yeah. It can just get stompy too quick. For sure.
Yeah.
Um.
So let's do some news.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
talk
ready.
about some. We haven't actually done any news in a little while.
Ready.
So Warner Brothers, right? I was talking to you about this earlier today.
Mhm.
They're going to be basically since movie theaters suck right now, and there's a lot of people that either a not going or b the movie theaters aren't opening or c they're not letting them go to full capacity for safety things. Warner Brothers said, "Hey, we're going to put all of our movies coming out next year on our streaming platform of choice, which is HBO Max, day that they're supposed to be out in the theaters.
Okay.
And you don't have to pay any extra for them. Wink, wink. Disney Plus for Mulan. It's just part of your subscription. So if you want to watch the new Wonder Woman when it comes out on Christmas time, you pay your 14 or 15 bucks for whatever HBO Max costs, and you can watch it for like I think it's an entire month on there. After that, though, you'll have to go to the theater until it actually comes to the platform. So, I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, like, there's a lot of really big movies that Warner Brothers is putting out.
So I mean, with it, I think we can all kind of agree, guys. Like, you kind of made this comment earlier when we were chatting about some of the ideas for the show today. You, so New Year's is coming up. When the ball drops, 2021 happens. It's not just going to be like magically coronavirus is gone, the world is back to normal, no mask. You have free right concerts, movie theaters. I mean, anything under the sun, parties, college campus parties, whatever you're doing. The gatherings. That's not going to come back
No,
right now.
not
Um,
right away. No.
So I think with Warner Brothers, their move is, well, we're not going to get people in the theaters. We got to try to make our money back on this somehow, quote unquote, somehow. So if they're just doing the subscription base, like all you have to do is be a subscriber to HBO Max, it's going to boost their sales. They're going to get some of the money back. I mean, it's tough because like Mulan's one of those movies that came out on Disney Plus. I mean, that movie was spent millions and millions of dollars. And for that movie not to hit box office, really, really put a toll on Disney. As much as we
I'd
could
like
all
to
say,
look at what the numbers were on that. Like, how many people bought into the buying it? I'm sorry, buying the right to watch it on Disney Plus, but not actually. I mean, you don't own it. And my biggest gripe with that from Disney, and I kind of felt ashamed of them for doing this, was why not add it to my Movies Anywhere account, which is a format that you guys pushed. You guys wanted to unite all the digital platforms. If you're going to charge me $30 to watch a movie, why can't I quote unquote, because you don't own your digital movies, you are essentially buying the right to use them as long as they're available on that platform. But let me have a copy of it. That way I can watch it whenever I want to. At least then I feel like at least then I paid for it.
so I just looked it up. From IGN, Mulan pulled in $261 million in the U.S. market alone on this movie.
So from Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. They reported that
because the DVD sales didn't happen yet. I don't even think it's out on DVD yet.
you could stream it right through Disney Plus. This is just when it premiered. This is before Disney Plus allows you to be able to watch it now for free. So 261 million. They said roughly the platform has 60 million global subscribers.
I believe
And
that. Yeah.
If it assumes that U.S. households make up to 50% of the total base, then roughly 9 million users bought Mulan to watch it.
Okay. So, how much do you think a movie like Mulan cost to make? And not just make, advertising
Um,
and everything. What do you think they spent on that movie? I would say that 260 million wouldn't even come close to recovering the cost of that movie. I don't even think you're breaking even at that point.
um,
He's doing some research. He's my research guy.
yeah. Okay. So, uh, so the net profit on the movie was $35.5 million.
So they made money. They
They
just
made
didn't
money.
make a lot of money.
No, not as much. So the film cost. Well, sorry, the film cost alone was 200 million,
Yeah.
and they made 265. Opening weekend, they made a $35.5 million profit, and this is from a source. So I mean, obviously, it's going to be a little skewed.
So I mean,
But
how profitable do you think it is to put your thing on a streaming platform, included in a subscription fee? Because I mean, Disney Plus is only like $7, which I get why they didn't just include it. Like, hey, you're a Disney Plus member. Here's
yeah,
Mulan.
I mean,
But would it really have
so
been so bad for them to say, all right, pay $30, you can watch Mulan, and you own it on your digital library. You own it.
yeah, but at the same time, you're now in the boat of this is. Well, okay, yes, I didn't watch Mulan when it first came out. I didn't drop the 20, 25, however much it was.
It was like
I
$30.
didn't I didn't drop it. Now, mind you, you could have easily had, you know, say you have a family of 5, 6, okay? Not very uncommon. I mean, let's be honest. And the average ticket price to go to the movies is like $12,
Yeah, I
$13.
think that was the median. I think
So
that's nationwide.
So, like I said, you look at it this way, like, okay, I'm going to take my family to the movie theater. It's a $60, $70 affair. By the time you buy the popcorn, you buy the drinks and all that stuff, like you might drop $100 going to the movies with a
Mhm.
family of 6. Very possible. You got to watch the movie for $30. You went to Kroger, picked up the movie theater popcorn, and you even went all out. You got the Olven Redenbacher, popcorn, like, and you popped it up. You got the 2 liters. Like, you had your own little movie theater concessions, which a lot of people did. Like, I saw it on TikTok, like, that's what they kinda did for their kids because they were really excited about Mulan, and they didn't get to see it in theaters.
And again, I'm not disagreeing with that. That the ticket price for people who are watching it with their families, it was definitely a bargain. For 30
Yeah.
bucks, and you got a family of 4. Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty reasonable for a night's worth of entertainment. I'm not even complaining about that. My complaint was, I'm giving you 30 bucks. I want to own it digitally. I'm not saying you got to send me a Blu-ray, but I want to own it on my digital platform so I can watch it wherever I want to. I want to say that I own it. That way, if I decide that I don't want to be a Disney Plus subscriber anymore for whatever reason, maybe at some point in my life I can't swing the $7 or whatever because, hey, things happen. But I want to know that I can turn on my Vudu account or my Movies Anywhere account, which is free. It doesn't cost me anything to have it, and I can watch that movie that I paid you guys 30 bucks for. That was my
I
biggest gripe. Not the ticket price at all. I don't care about that. They got to make the money back. I totally get that.
I agree, to a certain extent, and, I mean, what comes with that is, like I get it, it's a different ballpark of going to the theater and watching it. Because when I go to the theater and I go drop my 40 bucks on my family gonna go see a movie or whatever it is, I'm not walking home with that voodoo code. And that's the way I look at it, is this is a premiere. It's like a
But
it's like
hold
a
on.
pay-per-view.
But you're still watching it in your house.
I
When you go to
understand.
the movie theater to buy a ticket to watch a movie, you're not just paying for the movie, you're paying for the movie theater experience. You don't get the movie. I don't care how good your sound system is at home, unless you live on Skywalker Ranch, your name is George Lucas, you're not getting the movie theater experience. It's not even the same thing.
Skywalker Ranch.
It's just not. I don't care how
It's
good of
not.
speakers you put in your
I
house.
agree.
You're not there watching it with an audience who's a fan of it, so that way when certain moments happen in the theater, they're clapping, they're applauding. It's like watching the Death Star explode in Star Wars the first time. Like everyone's like, yeah, like the first time that the audiences saw that they cheered, they clapped. You don't get that at home.
I mean,
So
like I said, I agree. I think you miss out on some of the experience, but the experience to make up for it is that you get the movie. I just don't see that being okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I like both sides of it. Yes, if I can't swing the $7, yeah, I've now lost Mulan. I cannot watch Mulan.
But $30, man, like I can get UFC fights cheaper than that.
I mean, anybody. I mean,
You
UFC.
know what I mean? And that was just my only gripe. Do I think that it was wrong? No. That movie cost a lot. They have to recover some costs, and I'm just being devil's advocate here. That was my only gripe. If you spent the $30 and watched Mulan, I'm not gonna be like, aha, you're an idiot. I think
the
that
price
you really
point
wanted to
behind-
watch it, and you were willing to spend the $30 to watch it. Just like me when I went and watched terrible movies at the movie theater, and I spent $15 to go watch them. That was me making the choice to spend $15 to go watch a bad movie.
Make it $50. $50.
I feel like that wouldn't even make me that upset.
$50. So you pay your $30 for your premiere
Your
experience.
rental fee or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, your premiere experience. The other 20 will get you what?
It's like, I guess it's almost like maybe the pre-order on the digital version or something. So that way when it's available on the platform, it's yours. You have it. You already paid your $20 or whatever. And since you're basically agreeing to do it early, like you're like, hey, I'm willing to pre-order this movie. And I'm going to give you the $20 up front right now. That wouldn't offend me. That wouldn't bother me.
Yeah,
you don't get to have the copy now, but you get it when it's released for everybody.
Like I said,
I like that. I like that business platform because you have the people that would just pay the $30 to watch it, and then you got the people that would just buy the bundle. Like when we went to go see the new Star Wars movies, we went to the theater. I paid them money, and then when it came out on Blu-ray, I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's no, to me that's and I agree with you. I don't feel like that's any different.
Oh, I mean, I agree. Like I said, it comes down to, like I said, if you make it a price point to where yes, you're getting the premiere experience, but you also pay the extra money because now you basically buy the DVD without having to go to the store.
Yeah, which is the entire convenience of buying things digitally. But Wonder Woman, Christmas Day. Are you pretty excited for this movie? Are you going to be subscribing to HBO Max to watch this?
Am I gonna subscribe to HBO Max? Probably to watch it, maybe. And that's the hard part about it is like, it's a movie I want to see, but I'm like, it's another subscription. It's another thing where I'm gonna watch
it absolutely is another subscription. It's another thing you gotta remember to pay or cancel or whatever. I know.
And movies don't drop every month. Like, I'm talking about A-tier movies do not drop every month.
Well, according to let's see, here's the list of stuff that Warner Brothers is putting out that you may or may not have had an interest in. Maybe you wouldn't have went to the theater to see them, but I feel like you might have watched it if it was on TV for something that you were already paying for, like if it came on Netflix or Hulu.
I agree, but
so here's what we got.
I'll listen to the list. Yeah.
We got The Matrix 4 is coming out next year. Like I would go to the theater and give money to watch that.
But that's next year.
Okay, that's next year. And then you've got they're doing the new Space Jam.
Do you know when it releases? Both those movies.
I have no idea. It's going to probably be sometime in the summer, probably.
Okay, so we'll say 6 months out.
They might space the movies out though to make you want to keep paying the $15. Maybe they won't give them to you all, and like normally I have like the summer blockbusters, right? They may say, all right, we're going to give you this movie in February, and we're going to give you this one in April, and we're going to give you these two in May. Okay. And instead of having like summer blockbusters, they're just going to release movies all year. That would definitely make it almost worthwhile for if you wanted to watch those movies to keep subscribing. Because if not, you're going to go, all right, those movies all come out in July. Cool, I'm going to subscribe for June and July, and then I'm done.
I agree, but I would be more frustrated that I'm paying for a subscription just to wait and watch one movie and then done.
But hold on. Why? Why do you care? You go to the movie theater and buy a ticket to watch one movie and then you go home.
Yes, but like I said, A-list movies. Okay, I get what you're saying.
So The Matrix is not an A-list movie?
What I'm trying to say is, but just like how you said, say that all these movies were coming out in the months of June, July, and August.
Right.
Those 3 months. That's the killer months. And as a subscriber, if you knew that was going to happen, okay, well, I'm going to hold out. I may subscribe for the 1 month to watch Wonder Woman. unsubscribe, wait my 6 months down the road,
Mhm.
resubscribe for June, July, August, watch those movies, be done. But if they do it if they do it at
I
the
just
price point
don't.
of,
I just don't think they're going to do it that way. I don't think that.
I
I
know,
don't think
but
that's
what I'm
going to
trying to
happen.
say is every month, okay, February you're getting this movie, all these A-list movies every month, and you're not going to be. I will be pissed because, like I said,
You
if
want to
this was
pay
a
no. What you want is you want to pay $15 and get to watch 3 really big blockbusters that were going to come out. That's what you're saying that you want. To you,
I'll
it'd be
pay
worth.
$15. I'll pay $15 for 3 months, $45. But
But
for
you,
me
but
to
you want, but
pay,
you want to watch 9 movies out of that.
I think that's fair. But
So what you're saying is that you're a cheap ass, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
there's movies
But these are the
that I
movies that are coming out that I think that I think people like us and other people would definitely go to the theater and see. Especially if you have kids. Like some of these are kids movies. So you got like Tom and Jerry. They're doing a live action Tom and Jerry
I
movie.
go see that.
I would go see that. You got the Matrix 4 is coming out. You got the new Mortal Kombat movie. The new live action
it.
Mortal Kombat. I'm curious what it's going to be like.
I haven't seen one preview for that yet.
Neither have I. I haven't heard anything about it other than the fact that it's coming out. The new Space Jam.
Okay.
I'm curious. Then you got the remake of Dune, which you don't know much about Dune, but it's a big deal to us sci-fi nerds. You got the new Conjuring movie, The Conjuring 3, basically, or maybe it's a spinoff. It's called The Conjuring: The Devil Made Me Do It.
Okay.
Then you've got Godzilla vs. Kong. That's coming out next year too. Then you got the new Suicide Squad. That's coming out next year too. So what he's saying is he wants to watch Godzilla vs. Kong, the Suicide Squad, Dune, Tom and Jerry, and the new Matrix. He wants those all in June and July, and he only wants to spend like $30 to watch all of them. And it's probably just not going to happen.
What I'm saying is, for a fact, because I know what HBO is probably going to do. HBO is going to have different types of services.
No, I don't think so.
No, I
HBO
think
Max now is all of it. If you have HBO Max, you get access to their entire platform.
What I was saying is they're going to have, if they come out with the movie scheme of 3 months, okay? 3 months, all these movies are just going to drop. What they're going to do is they're going to set up a service that is for like a premiere account to where you can watch the movies, but you pay more.
I don't think that's going to happen. That's not what they said. They said that they are dropping on the platform as part of the subscription is pretty much what they said. And that's big. Part of the current subscription. They didn't say anything about raising the price. But they've already put a ton of money into their streaming platform anyway. They've bought shows and they've bought movies. And my biggest issue was I subscribed to HBO when Game of Thrones was on TV, and they actually usually had a lot of really good movies on there. Some of them were, a couple years old, but, some of them were newer. They had been out in the theater like a year before or 6 months before. But my issue was I watched every single thing I wanted to watch on HBO within like 2 weeks. And then I felt like, well, I'm just basically paying for Game of Thrones. And
I know, but like I said, after you finish Game of Thrones, you were done.
I had no reason to continue subscribing because either the movies that they had on there I already owned, or I'd already watched everything on there that I wanted to watch.
That's my thing, is if they release them in these month-by-month basis, it would be cheaper for you to go to the theaters and see these movies.
Not if you take a date.
Okay.
What I'm saying is if you take 2 people, you're going to spend more than $15 to go to the movie theater.
Correct. Now we'll say, okay, the year has passed. The movie's over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've watched all these new movies. You're going into the next year. And we'll say they don't have as many blockbusters. We'll say the world's back to normal. Magically, the world's back to normal 1 year from now. You're going back to the movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You going to keep subscribing to HBO Max?
Well, they have South Park now. And it's the only place on the internet besides, I think, the South Park website that you can stream South Park. And I honestly felt like if they had even one other show that I like to watch on there, it would probably be worth the subscription fee.
I mean, it's
because they took it off of Hulu and it made me sad, right? Like I mostly spent like the $12 or whatever for the Hulu without commercials and like because that way I watch South Park, I watch Family Guy, I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I watch How I Met Your Mother. So
Well,
for
I
me,
can
I felt like I had 4 shows in there that I watched, and then they took South Park off. They went to HBO, and I've really missed watching South Park.
well, I can agree. I mean, Netflix, because I'm subscribed to Netflix, Hulu, um, like my own personal accounts. So Netflix is
Yes,
meh.
Maggie, we are matching. We're adorable. We're gonna
Um,
go chop down trees later.
Netflix, like without main reasons why I turn on Netflix. The Office, well, it used to be That 70s Show. Friends used to be on there.
Mhm.
Like I pretty much watched a lot of TV shows, and I would watch the occasional, Netflix original like Queen's Gambit. Heard that show is awesome. Want to go watch it. Uh, like, but like if they would take away probably The Office and maybe one other show, like I may just be done with it because they've already taken Friends and That 70s Show off.
Yeah, they did, and I understand some of it is licensing. They either can't afford to continue to pay for the license, or the
Oh
people that
yeah,
own the rights to it found another buyer to give them more money or whatever.
well,
And that's the tricky thing about it, and it's I think why a lot of people were upset even by sports and stuff is so you have a guy that he's your favorite player on an NFL team, and then he
mhm,
could hop over here and play for you know Missouri one year, and then he could play in Florida another year, and then he's like, oh, I don't want to play there either. Now I'm going to go play up in Baltimore because they're going to give me more money, and it doesn't really. You want to keep watching the guy that you like to play, but you hate the team that he's playing on.
yeah,
And I feel like that's kind of what the streaming stuff is a little. It's a little bit like that because maybe you hate the Netflix. I don't know how you can hate Netflix overall, but maybe you do. Maybe you hate Netflix. You hate the corporation. They've done something to offend you
yeah,
with movies like Cuties, but they have the show on there that you want to watch, or they have a couple of shows on there that you want to watch. So you basically have to either sell your soul to the devil and watch and support a platform and a company that you hate, or you don't get to watch it. You don't get to enjoy
yeah.
that.
I think, like I said, I think I can go either way with that. I mean, like I said, the streaming platforms, kind of getting more on topic is like we are moving into the streaming era where everything is streamed. Um, and movies, especially now with COVID and stuff, like you could potentially see the death of the movie theaters, kind of like what you see with drive-ins. Like you don't
But I
drive-ins used to be
actually,
everywhere.
I actually told you, and I think I've said on this show multiple times that I think that the movie theater platform for all new movies is was dying. I think it was dying even before COVID.
Oh yeah,
But
I mean,
but
but
these platforms like Netflix, which is another thing that we will talk about because you mentioned the Queen's Gambit, is there's a it gives them a chance for these smaller movies or these people who are in smaller projects a chance to be seen by a lot of people that normally wouldn't have watched it because maybe it was in limited release or it went straight to video or whatever. But now like it's right there in front of your face and people are like, hey, we think you might like this movie, you should watch it. And you go, man, that movie was great, I loved it, I
oh,
never would
oh,
have went
oh,
to watch that.
for sure. I mean, look at whatever it is. If your movie, say you're not a top company or a very hyped up movie, you drop a movie when Marvel's dropping a movie, same weekend.
Yeah, screw you, no one's
You're
going to go
you're
see your movie.
you're not you're not winning. Um, the only way that happens to where they'll go watch your movie is if they get up there and they're like, "Oh my God, sir, I'm so sorry. You we overbooked our movie theater, but we'll give you a free movie and you'll go see this movie."
Well, that
That's it.
happened. It happened when Avengers Endgame came out.
Mhm.
There was a couple movies that were supposed to come out the same week as it. Endgame I think got pushed back like a week, and then these other movies were like, "Well, we're not opening up against Endgame. Like that's dumb." And one of them, I believe, was another Disney movie. Like Disney was smart enough not to even put its own thing up against Endgame.
Yeah, but if you throw it up on Netflix as a Netflix original or whatever, like you said, the algorithm will somehow match you with that movie, and now you'll watch that movie. Like I watched Dinner with the Schmucks the other day.
That's a great movie, by the way.
I watched it. I've never heard of this movie.
You've never heard of Dinner with Schmucks? It came to the theater.
I know, but I've never heard of it. Like, I mean, it's an older movie. Like, it's a '90s movie. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. So like, I never heard of it. I watched it for the first time, and that movie was awesome. I would have never sat down. Like, don't get me wrong, the people that are in it, I like Steve Carell and Paul Rudd. Like, they're funny people. Like, I knew it was going to be a good movie when you see both of those names.
Yes. But you
And
never
it,
really know because like a movie like that can either be a home run or it can be just it could be really really unentertaining.
well,
Like painful to watch.
the movie we watched together that like I'd never seen with the Jim Carrey one.
Oh, so
Me,
good.
myself,
I can't believe you'd never seen that movie and you
me,
laughed
me,
your ass off in that.
me, myself, and Irene. Like when he, I always laugh every time I think of the part when he goes inside that person's house, takes the newspaper and shits right their yard. I'm like, I mean, I lost it, and then with the
I always
baby,
like watching movies with you that you've never seen that you find really funny because you do this you like giggle in scenes. You're not one of those people that like laugh out loud like hysterically. When you find something funny, you like contain your laughter inside and you like giggle internally, but it's
yeah.
genuine. You know when you find something really funny.
Well, like I said, it's like I think the only movie that I've actually not movie, but like time I've ever really laughed out loud, like, and it was a time when I shouldn't have been laughing out loud was the Burt Kreischer special. I mean, I about lost it. I couldn't breathe at some points in it. Like I was just laughing too hard. My ribs hurt after it. Like it was pretty good.
So I think the final topic we're going to talk about today, and then we're going to wrap this up because I have
Yeah.
things to do. You have things to do. Since this is really, it's really on topic. I sent you the graphic earlier today, but they refer to it as the Netflix effect, and Netflix has a really huge influence on, well, apparently advertising, which we never knew that. Not just advertising for films, but advertising for products. So it says on October 23rd. Let me get this here. Queen's Gambit, because you were talking about this. It's been like the
It's a
top 10 on
great show.
Netflix since like the 23rd of October. Everyone says it's really great. I haven't seen it personally. So it debuted on the 23rd of October this year. It says to date, 62 million households have now watched the show. That's a lot of eyes watching this. Inquiries for chess sets are now up 250% on eBay since it premiered on October 20th or 23rd. Google search inquiries for how to play chess have hit an all-time high in almost a decade. The original novel that the show or movie is based off of, I'm not sure if it's a show or a movie, is now a New York Times bestseller 37 years after it was released. That means that 37 years prior to the fact that Netflix bought the rights to distribute the film, it was not a New York Times bestsellers list.
Nobody gave a shit.
It
Nobody
took
gave a shit.
40 years for that to happen almost. And now it says the number of new players on chess.com has multiplied by 5 times since this movie.
So
That's
I
powerful right there.
for sure, for sure. And like I said, I mean, it comes down to a lot of things. Like I said, Queen's Gambit. It's obviously it's a chess show.
The last
But
time I
it's
remember there being any sort of resurgence in chess was there was a film that came out. I want to say it was in like the early 90s. It was called Searching for Bobby Fischer. And like it was a really powerful drama, and it came out to the theater. It was a movie about chess, and Bobby Fischer is like a world famous chess player. He was a young chess player, and I remember everyone was like, "Oh, I want to get into chess and books," but the internet didn't exist then. Really, it was kind of in its infancy, if it was around. I honestly I don't remember, but that just goes to show you how powerful something like that is. You're talking about a game that's been around for how long has chess been around? Hundreds of years, hundreds of years. And now all of a sudden Netflix is like, hey, let's put this movie out. We think it's cool. And now all of a sudden everybody wants to play chess.
so it was kind of like, I mean, chess on Twitch has been on the rise actually a lot. You actually see a lot of like League of Legends players playing
You
chess.
can't
Like,
say that that's coincidental though, right? Like,
well, it came down to so like it was one of the first ever major esports signings for chess.
yeah.
It's a grandmaster chess player, and like all the stuff that they were doing for it, it was insane. Like because like this guy goes and coaches like, and like they're not just playing like chess as like me and you playing chess though. They're playing like competitive chess
Yeah.
where your matches are only so long.
Yeah.
You have so much time. If you use that time and you don't win, whatever, it's actually pretty cool. Like there's way more people. Like I got into chess and I can't remember why I did, but I picked one up because I was like, I've always wanted to learn, and I love playing it. It's so much fun. But I heard that Queen's Gambit has legitimately made people want to pick it up.
Well, before the movie came out, I actually, like, before it came to Netflix, I'd say probably last year sometime. I actually was looking into getting a set. Like, I know the basics for playing chess,
Yeah.
but I've always just thought it'd be. I think that if you get a really nice set, you put it on like a table, you can leave it out. I think it looks cool. It looks sort of elegant, like it looks like something you'd see in like a rich person's house. And honestly, I listen to a lot of classical music since I've moved out more than I ever did before. I drink tea and I have my fancy pants fireplace, so I wanted a chess set, and I thought about that before I even moved out.
Yeah.
Of that, but I didn't get one, and now I kind of I'm not that person's like, well, I want to go get one now because I saw it on Netflix. But what about everybody watching at home? Have you ever watched something on Netflix or Hulu or something, and it either sparked your interest in something that maybe you didn't have much interest in before, or you watched a movie or a show that you definitely would not have went to the movie theater and watched, but then the second that you watched it on it, you told everybody about it, like, you got to watch this.
Well, I mean, I would say just people are very motivated by a lot of things. I mean, there's like I said, I know I'm one person that like if I watch a movie that's like I would say pretty inspiring slash like very motivating
Yeah.
as like, you know,
It makes you want to change
like
your life.
like Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, it just
So
makes
what
you appreciate all your stuff.
Oh yeah. So like Pursuit of Happiness, like you're like, oh yeah, you can be like a nobody, and as long as he's wearing really nice pants. Uh, if you don't get that reference, please watch Pursuit of Happiness.
I kind of feel the same way though. Like, you watch a movie about like some motivational movie, inspirational movie, like an uplifting movie, and especially if it's like the character at the movie was kind of like a dirtball, right? They were kind of a
Yeah.
terrible person, and then they have this whole redemption arc at the end, and they're a good person, right? It
Yeah.
kind of makes you feel like, man, I could be a better person. I could do
Oh
better
yeah,
things, you
for
know.
sure.
And then you don't. You go back to being a dick. But for like that 5 minutes after the movie's over, you really think about changing your life.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just a matter of like because you look at all these people like if and kind of like my closing statement on the whole thing is like you look at the YouTubers, you look at these Twitch streamers, you look at um all these people, all these influencers, okay? Say what you want about them, say what you think, but if you think even for a second that these people don't work hard at what they do, you're like, well, I'm gonna use Tim the Tatman. If you think Tim the Tatman is a one man operation, you may be smoking something. The amount of people he has to sit, edit clips for him, make the YouTube videos. I mean, he produces a YouTube video every single day he streams. It's edited, uploaded, and everything every day.
But there's not
And
hardly any content that is put out on the internet, television, radio, or anything that's a
yeah,
one person job. Not successful
yeah,
shows.
yeah.
So
But
I mean
yeah,
that makes sense. Like, I know he's the personality, he's the guy selling the show, but I mean, Howard Stern, right? Like, Howard Stern, he had tons of people helping with that.
yeah.
He has
But that's
producers
what
and
it
he
comes down
has
to.
editors and he has
What
managers and he has people that do the advertising. All he has to do at that point is just show up. Now, is that to say that their job, once they get to a certain point, doesn't become a little easier? Yes. You still got to keep maintaining, though. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean, you think about those people. I mean, if you seriously sit down and think like, oh, this guy just gets on and turns his stream on, and he doesn't have to
okay,
do anything else.
we are streamers. We are not famous, but we are streamers.
Yeah.
How hard is it sometimes to get the motivation to even turn on the webcam? How hard is it to get on and even turn on the OBS or the Streamlabs? It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, so like a lot of people, Logan Paul, everybody hates this guy. Like he's a YouTube influencer, very popular, but he had a true statement. He says, "You want to know why I made it is because I was willing to outwork anybody else." And that comes down to a lot of truth. Like you can sit here all day long and say, "Oh, I'm going to be the next Twitch streamer. I'm going to be the next Tim Tapman. I'm going to be the next Ninja." Well, if you don't put any time in, you don't try to grow any brands, and you just hit that go live button, if you one day hit Ninja level, I will be impressed, or even Tim the Tapman. No, you have to put work into it. I mean, like I said, we put very minimal effort into the show, but how much effort did we put into it before we actually just kind of got comfortable at sitting here and chatting? Like this is not stuff we talk about.
But this is, I think we enjoy this more than we ever did before, just talking about stuff where we tried to do the news. Now we talk about, I would say, the things that just interest us, or we talk about some personal stuff. And I feel honestly that our audience has not only maintained, but like I feel like we get relatively the same amount of people. It might not be the same people, but it's about the same amount of people watches every week.
It's more about the fact that we found something that we're good at, and that's what it comes
talking about nothing.
But I mean, like I said, there's some people that it works for, and like I said, there's people out there that probably they're streaming the wrong game, or they're not in the right market,
or they're streaming the wrong game for them. And when you started doing streams, I even told you before, I was like, dude, League of Legends is, I know you have fun playing League, and I know it's really popular. That's the worst game that you could stream because you don't even look like you're enjoying playing it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like
your streams were boring. You said nothing for 5.5 hours other than being really upset or mad. Or at points you would completely just shut down because you're so filled with rage that you just don't want to do anything else. You just want to go to the next game and hope, and you're praying that it's better than the one that you just got out of.
Oh, for sure. And like I said, it comes down to a lot of things, but I mean, it's one of those things where the motivation and the stuff, that is the hardest barriers to get past. And you're going to need a lot of motivational films if you ever are going to try to make your brand or something like that. Because like I said, there is one hit wonders. You make one TikTok and you're the next big star. I mean, look at the guy that did the cranberry the cranberry juice thing. Like that dude got brand new teeth now. Like he has his own home because he's making enough money off TikTok. Yep. He's the Ocean Spray literally bought him a car because the reason why he made that video is because he didn't have a car.
His car, he couldn't get to work. Yeah.
So, yeah, and he
and then Mick Fleetwood reached out to him, from Fleetwood Mac, and made a video basically imitating his video. By the way, for those who are not in the know, Mick Fleetwood is the drummer / basically the reason that Fleetwood Mac exists. So, I mean, that's huge. And I believe that Lindsey Buckingham, who is no longer in Fleetwood Mac, which, don't even get me started on that, but he even did another video and reached out to the guy. And I mean, that's huge. You're right, that happens. You get those things. Yeah. The guy that did that song, Old Town Road, right? We were just talking about that song today.
That dude, a lot of people don't know this. So with Little Nas and Old Town Road, he put it out as a little funny Twitter video.
Yeah, he never expected that thing to blow up like that.
And it blew up. And then when the country, they were like, oh, this really is country. And then he got Billy Ray Cyrus to come do it. Or, look at the kid that the yodeler kid from Walmart.
Yeah,
that dude got to release a whole album. It was on Ellen. That dude's set.
I feel that some of the people that have, I think, become the most famous doing stuff like this, there's two types. There's the people that are just persistent and they just keep at it. They work really hard, constant content all the time, 24/7. They're promoting, and you're eventually you're going to break through a barrier. You're going to hit something that's going to happen. And then there's the people that, like the Ocean Spray guy and the guy that did the one song, you have one thing that kind of clicks. You've still been kind of doing your own thing, but you kind of just say, fuck it, and I'm just going to do what I think is fun, and I don't really care, and people relate to that. They're like, that dude's awesome. That dude's had how many other TikTok videos before that one hit? A ton. Yeah. But in that one, he
Yeah.
was just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna ride my skateboard, and drink my juice." So
So I don't know how much. I don't know how much you like. I know you're on Twitter, but I don't know how much you pay attention. But
I'm on Twitter a lot now, thanks to you.
You know the Phase organization.
Yeah,
Okay, big brand. Phase organization. You know they've signed and like people like LeBron James's son.
Mhm.
They've signed him. So they're doing a challenge. It's called the Phase 5. Tons and tons of submissions to join Phase. 5 people will get to join Phase. They're now down into the top 20. One of the people that is trying to join Phase has gotten popularity playing Warzone. He's 6 years old.
nice.
He is 6 years old, and he is like a unit on the map. Like he is insane. A kid at that age, at 6 years old. Now his dad, he streams. Like the 6-year-old streams. His dad has to be in the room when he streams. That's just part of Twitch guidelines / YouTube and stuff.
That's
like that.
fine. Yeah, I respect that.
How do you think a kid at that age? Because that dude, he averages like a ton of viewers, like when he streams. His name's Rowdy. I think it's Rowdy something, and he is insane. Like this guy's making money at 6 years old, more money than a lot of people making as grown adults.
I personally, I don't have a problem with that. That's no different to me than like a child star starring in a movie, and then that movie ended up being like a big deal. You know, like
Yeah.
I think it's cool, especially since Twitch has guidelines in place that help protect people like that. So, like, his dad's got to be basically, or one of his parents, have to be basically completely involved in what's going on. He can't just go on there by himself and then,
Yeah.
you know. So I think
But-
that's fine. But that's
Yeah.
also awesome because, like, he's in the kind of like the safety of his own home. You know, like, he's not out in some creepy movie exec's basement or something.
Yeah.
Like, nothing weird's happening. Like, it's him and his dad. If anyone, because I'm sure his dad's monitoring all the chat stuff that comes in. If anybody's being a jerk, like, he can be just like, nope, and block that guy for him.
But just think as like a 6-year-old, you have that fame. You have that fame.
At anything like that, I feel at 6 years old, I wasn't motivated to do really anything.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, this kid acts and talks like he is a grown adult. Like,
There's
it is
just,
insane.
but you know as well as I do that there's sometimes just people that they're naturally good at things. Can't
But like I
explain
said,
it, just they are.
Well, his dad, like I said, his dad manages his social media account. Like, he takes all these professional pictures for him. Like,
I
all
think
this
that's
stuff, like-
that's awesome.
no,
He
yeah,
has
I
nowhere
mean,
really to go but like down at this point. Like he can keep growing in popularity, but it honestly it amazes me sometimes that the world and the internet as a whole, like something will come out and someone's just doing their own thing, and it's not even unique or original, but like it just connects with people. So like you got this young kid and he's 6 years old, and like how many fans this guy got? A lot. He's making money. But you could have another 6-year-old kid that comes out and tries to do the exact same thing, and everybody's like, "No, I don't care about that."
Yeah, so the big thing is like Fortnite. So Fortnite requires you to be 13 years old
To play in
compete.
competitions, yeah.
Yeah, so but you have these kids, like, no joke, like over the years, like they are making 100,000 plus a year as streamers and stuff like this. They're getting homeschooled because their popularity grew so much at like their school and stuff. Like it made it hard.
They didn't
for
want
people
they
to
didn't want
focus.
they didn't want people to like give them wedgies and
Well, it
swirlies
made
in
it
the
hard.
toilet.
It made it hard for like the students at the school to focus.
I get
mean,
that, yeah.
like I said, I mean, if Booga's now homes. Well, I think he's 18 now, but Booga made $1 million as a high school student. Go to your school and say, "I made $1 million."
You're gonna get beat up.
Everybody knows who the fuck you are.
Well, I mean,
like-
there's gonna be a lot of people who think you're cool and like just want to hang out with you, but then
No,
you're
you're
also gonna
just
get
cool.
you're gonna get a lot of people that want to just beat you up.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, there's
Like
there's
you
so
made $1
many
million.
streamers
I
out
wonder how much lunch money you got. You know?
there's so but there's so many streamers out there that are like that have like that's what's so cool about seeing streaming nowadays is like growing up like, oh, you played video games all day long, like you're a fucking nerd. But now like you playing video games all day long and streaming, like people think that's dope as shit.
You are still a nerd though.
You're a nerd, but it's
You
not the
you
same.
you
Just doesn't
definitely
mean
are. It's become more acceptable to be a nerd out in the open now
Yeah.
than it was before. Like because we used to get shoved in lockers, we used to get swirlies, we used to get the wedgies, you know. But it
Yo,
definitely
Red
has
Riot,
become
welcome.
yeah, welcome Red Riot. But it definitely has become more, I think, acceptable. Believe me, there's still a lot of people in the world that make fun of grown ass men getting on the internet and playing video games. There's a ton, especially of really attractive females who just don't get it. But then there's
Yeah.
the other attractive females who figured out, hey, I'm an attractive female, and I also happen to like games, and now I'm gonna have a bunch of people give me money to watch me play games. So like,
Thing, man. It's just
I mean, like,
it-
and streaming with COVID has gone up. There's
yeah.
more people doing it now, not just games, but just getting on and doing YouTube videos and doing TikTok and
For sure.
doing all those things. So
making bread.
I think it's great that there's room out there for almost everybody. If you want to do it, you can do it.
Yeah, for sure. I want to say that's a good just closing statement.
I think
to
so
end the
too.
show.
Like, get out there, and if you want to do it, just do it.
Yep, I like it. But guys, as always, episode 70, Holy Snowstorm, Batman.
Holy
Thank you guys
snowstorm.
all for thank you guys all for showing up. We picked out about 11 people today.
Yeah, thanks.
Tons of
We
new faces.
appreciate it.
Some people. We got a nice little active chat, so we appreciate everybody that tuned in.
The tour of the
but I-
dungeon is coming. I'm gonna do
Yep.
the tour of the dungeon soon, the new dungeon. So be on the lookout for that. Watch out for his streams. Recap the days again for that. What days are you going
Okay,
live?
so live Monday 7:30 to 11 D&D, Tuesday 8 to 11 WoW rating, Wednesday 8 to 11 WoW rating, off Thursday. We're back on Friday 7:30 to 12 with Fortnite action, probably some random duos, squads, maybe arena play. Saturday 10:30 to 3 Fortnite, and then we have a break for about 3 or 4 hours, and then coming back 7:30 to 12 with more Fortnite, and then vice versa on Sunday, same way, 10:30 to 3 Fortnite.
All right. All of our socials, if you are not following us on one of those, or you want to follow the other person, maybe you're following him, you want to follow me, or you're following me, you want to follow him, they're up on the screen. We're going to leave that up for just another second, but we're done. I think we're done. Let's get out of here. And I am Nictus from Nictus Plays Games.
Yeah, we are those two nerds. We appreciate everybody that tuned out today. You guys are awesome, and stay nerdy, San Diego, whatever. But we appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna go eat some dinner.
Sounds good.
and maybe watch a movie or something. But I appreciate you guys so much.
It better
Have a
be
great
something
rest of your day.
Christmas.
I don't know, maybe
You should watch Home Alone.
Die Hard. Die Hard.
You got to watch Die Hard. Anyway, we're
I
done.
know.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.